Authority Zero have actually been going since 1994. This is your 20th year.
Yeah, 20 years here this summer.
Are you planning on doing a 20th anniversary tour?
We're celebrating by doing Soundwave out in Australia.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. Have you ever actually been to Australia before?
No, that's what's so cool about it. It's our very first time. We've been trying to get over there for such a long time, and it's really awesome that we get the chance to actually come and do such a great festival for our first time. You know, it's just I've always wanted to go to Australia anyhow, just as a kid even, you know. But it's kind of cool to get to go there finally and do it by playing music. So I'm excited. Everyone's really excited.
But you're not going to have any time to spend in Australia before or after Soundwave because you're touring right up until you come here and then you're heading back home for another tour.
Yeah, we start off with Guttermouth. We're doing some U.S. stuff, and then we take about one day off, and then we fly over to Australia, and then we go straight from Australia to go on tour with the Ataris for their reunion tour for one of their albums.
Yeah, that is actually really good. I mean, Guttermouth, everyone knows Guttermouth. And the Ataris, I didn't actually think they were still together.
They've been playing a little bit here and there, but it's mostly been different band members. They're actually getting their original lineup together for that So Long Historia to do that album, kind of like regrouping. So that could be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the whole thing. It's going to be a good few months.
Well, speaking of original members, you were very solid in your lineup right up until 2008, and since then you've had quite a few different changes. I suppose after all that time with the same lineup, it's been pretty difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Any band, I'm sure, can attest to that. You know, after so many years and being such, you know, good friends and starting this out as just kids, just messing around, you know, and growing it, and, you know, what little it did become, and so great in our minds, you know, to have, you know, time changes everything, you know, and people ended up having kids and bills and things like that, and just prioritizing things, and things changed, and people moved on and did different things, but it definitely makes it difficult, you know. You have such a connection with the people you play with for so many years. Same kind of mentality, you know, and having done that for so many years together on the road even, that it's different trying to find the right people who are willing to go out on the road and live this kind of lifestyle, because it's certainly not an easy one, you know, but you find a way. If you want to do it, you find a way.
Yeah, well, when you lost your guitarist in 2008 after 15 years of being on the road and that, and now it's 20 years and you've had like a few issues trying to find replacement players and that in your band. Do you know what it is that actually keeps you going, that stops you from wanting to just go home and relax?
Yeah, you know what, I think it's just the time and you know, everything and drive I put into it for so many years. It's basically what I moved, you know, to Arizona for in the first place when I was younger, and I think I just had that mentality and that drive to sort of keep it going and keep it alive, and, you know, I think more so first and foremost it's just been the kids that have been a part of it, and they've actually grown to love the band and the music, and just whatever message there may be in it that they've gotten out of it that has been super infectious on myself as well, to want to keep on playing and doing these shows and being out there and just seeing it expand more and more, and I just love it. You know, I love the music. I love the stuff, the connection with the audience and all that. We just continue to have a good time, and if it gets to that point, you know, where it's not fun anymore, which, you know, even through the ups and downs of things, it's been questionable at times, you know, but once you get on the right track again, it's just kind of a no-brainer. You're like, this is just kind of what I love to do.
Well, having been in the industry for so long now, and what advice would you give to a young band just starting out today?
Oh, man, it's a different time, like you said, too, from when we started out, but I mean, it's, in a sense, a much easier way of promoting yourself, obviously, with all the stuff, you know, with the internet and everything, more so than we had back in the earlier times. But just do it because you love it. Honestly, the biggest advice, do it because you love it, because otherwise you'll be done doing it in a couple of years, because you're not probably doing it for the right reasons, you know, and if you're trying to do it to be famous and all this and that, that's great and fine, but, you know, who knows how long it'll take to get you there, so make sure you love what you're doing. Make sure you're doing it with people that you love being with and playing with, because the majority of the time, you're only on the stage for about an hour, and the rest of the time you're in a van or driving place to place and hanging out with people and sleeping with them and, you know, motel rooms and this and that. So it's a tricky road. It's a very tough road, but if you love it, just keep on pushing forward for it and keep on going after it as hard as you can.
Yeah, that is one advantage you definitely have in America, is you've got a lot of cities and towns that you can drive to and that, whereas in Australia, everything's so spread out.
Yeah, we've been doing the States a lot of drive. We're excited to get over there and play the cities and towns from place to place.
Yeah, well, you're coming here for the biggest festival in Australia too. Soundwave is a huge lineup. Do you know who it is on the lineup that you want to see the most?
Speaking from a guitar player, he's excited about Mastodon. That's like his old-time band, you know what I mean? He loves them to death. But he's excited just to be there and see them play every day. And I think, I'm trying to remember who else on it. You know, there's so many bands. It's crazy. I've never seen Megadeth play. That'll be kind of fun.
Right, yeah. Well, mentioning the bands that your band are interested in seeing kind of explains your sound a bit, I guess, because there's a lot of punk bands and there's a lot of pop punk bands around, but Authority Zero are kind of alternative rock punk and little bits of everything thrown in.
Yeah, we've done a lot more of the rock. It's kind of, like you say, like rock, pop with old school punk sound, also new school punk sound mixed with reggae and stuff.
Yeah, actually I was listening to some of your music and I do remember hearing a song that was kind of reggae sounding, so where do you take your influences from?
Yeah, we just kind of let it come as it comes, and like we still is as much as members have changed, we're also super now like fully involved as like individuals. You know, we've got Sean Sellers from Good Riddance who plays drums for us, so he's a super old school kind of like punk drive, you know, his classic style of playing. And he also plays with Bill McKenzie, so he's also got kind of like more of the folk type thing involved with his styles, you know. So him, you know, Brandon comes from more of a metal and also jazz background. He plays in a jazz band, so he brings a lot of weird eclectic things like that in the mix these days. And it's cool because everyone's so individualized still in this group and minded, but so different minded at the same time, you know, and still has different ideas of what they want to play and how they hear things and different styles they really appreciate more than others, and it just all kind of comes together and makes it, you know, eclectic. And it's one thing I've always loved.
Well, it's definitely working for you. You are the vocalist. Do you write all the lyrics for the band?
Yes, I do.
What inspires you in your lyric writing?
It's just, you know, like most, it's just day-to-day life, you know, experiences that happen, whether it be in the world or whether it be personal life, at home, on tour, you know, being away from loved ones or being with loved ones, you know, in hardships, good times. All of it really, just life in general really is the inspiration.
And do you write lyrics and bring them to the band to put music to, or do you get the music and then try and write the lyrics to the music?
A lot of times I'll put some songs together. I do a lot of the writing as well with my, you know, acoustic guitar, and then we'll kind of put the song together, you know, bring it to the table, and then we'll just electrify it and kind of vamp it and warp it. So, but a lot of times it seems like we'll do music when other guys come up with different ideas. We'll usually get the music together first, and then kind of come up with melodies first, and then I'll take it home and kind of sit on it and develop lyrics from there. But a lot of times, just sitting down with the acoustic, I'll write full songs, and then we'll kind of bring them together and mix them up.
So after 20 years of playing and being in the band, do you have any special memories? Is anyone particular that you met that was exciting, or any shows that you did that stand out in your mind?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I mean, I think probably back, you know, 2002, like one of the standout memories is like when we first got the record deal, got signed, and, you know, we thought and kind of came to the realization that it was going to be something we could possibly do for our whole life, you know, and it was something that we'd achieved and didn't really plan to, and then suddenly it was kind of a reality. So there's there's two sections to this band really. It's like the first 12 years and then, you know, the next 7 or 8 or whatever. So it's almost like two complete sections. It's like our childhood, at that point with things that are changing, which is just awesome seeing us, you know, as kids, and then developing a band that was a full real band, feelingly. And then other favorite memories are just, you know, getting a new group together of guys that are equally as excited and into it, and you know, just a new chapter.
Well, that was the Beeps of Doom. Our time's nearly up, so I will tell people to go to authorityzero.com or facebook.com/authorityzero and check your band out, and definitely make sure you catch Authority Zero on the Soundwave tour. Information and tickets you can get from soundwavefestival.com.
Yes, we do.
And I will see you in Melbourne.
All right, fantastic. I'll see you there.
Well, I hope you have a good trip down here, and I look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much for your time.
Very much. I'll see you soon.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.